My name is Robin Baker. I am the founder and creator of Stay of Fitness, this lovely Pilates and yoga studio you see behind me. And I am also the creator of Intuitive Exercise, which teaches you to trust your body and follow your heart. And today I wanted to talk about judgment. And more specifically, the story that's been in the news that came out yesterday, but if you see this a couple days later, it might be a couple days later. The story about the Playboy Playmate who was in the sauna in a locker room in a gym and decided to take a picture of an unsuspecting female that was also in the locker room that was pretty much naked or changing or whatever, her flesh was showing. And with that picture, put a caption that says, "If I can't unsee this, neither can you," or something along the lines of that. So, right, you instantly see that and you're like, oh, wow, that was really, really mean and really bad. First off, it's a Playboy Playmate, right? So obviously she probably has an amazing body. She has to if she's going to be on the cover of Playboy. An amazing body by media standards, right? She fits into the cultural definition of amazing. And so obviously she was body shaming this unsuspecting female who had no idea her picture is being taken in a locker room, which is where you're completely vulnerable and you're naked. And that's my worst nightmare. I don't know about you, that someone's going to take my picture in the locker room while I'm changing. That's just like nightmare come true. So she was obviously body shaming and judging this other female in the locker room, which had no idea she was getting her picture taken. And this story has been all over Facebook, and I look at the comments, and a lot of the comments are, oh my God, you're such a bitch, you're a slut, and all this name calling is going on. So there's a lot of negativity all swirled up into this. And there's something, I will fully admit, the first thing I felt when I read this was, oh my God, she's a bitch. But I didn't comment that. There's something I've been really working on with myself the past couple of months, maybe year, is that, it's really, really easy to get angry and automatically judge back the judger and call her names and call her certain things. But in the end, it never really helps the situation. It never resolves the situation. It just kind of makes everything even more muddy and more ugly and more dirty and just more negative. So I've been reading a lot of Brene Brown, which people have been urging me for years to read her, and I finally have started looking into her work. And there's something where she talks about judgment in the book, The Power of Vulnerability, and she talks about judgment in there. And what she says about judgment is that we judge others in areas that we feel shame in ourselves. So when we're talking about, like, say someone walks down the hall and, there's a group of girls, I'm talking about like high school, like, oh my God, I can't believe she's wearing those jeans. Does she even know how big her butt is in those jeans? Oh my God, I can't believe she left the house looking like that, right? Total judgment, body shaming and judgment. And the reason and I say we because, yes, I used to make those comments too. I think we all have at one point in our lives. We make those comments is because we ourselves have shame in that exact area, right? We feel like crap about our butt in our jeans. We think we look like crap. So we so easily want to judge other people with how big their butt is in their jeans. So going back to this Playboy Playmate, right? She's taking a picture of this female and completely body shaming her. With that leads me to conclude that she herself has some body image things, or she has shame surrounding her body and what it looks like and the size or the shape or anything about its physical aspects, which is really difficult to comprehend because she's a freaking Playboy Playmate, right? So how can she possibly have body image issues? But she can. And if there's something I know about women is that no matter, and myself, right, no matter how much external validation we receive for our bodies, for our physical features, no matter how much we get, if we don't internalize that, if we don't get that through other acts and feel good about ourselves, we will never feel good about ourselves. And there's no amount of external validation that's going to do that. You can be, as you can see, Playboy Playmate of the Year on the cover, which is the like highest honor, I don't know, of females in that industry. And I know a lot of females probably strive to do that because they want that external validation, right? And you can get that, but it's not going to fix the stuff that's going on inside. That's a lot of other work that you have to do, right? No amount of external validation is going to fix that. So going back to like the name calling and stuff with her, so that we know that, okay, she herself most likely struggles with her own body shame. Name calling someone and being negative about them as a person and shaming them back does nothing, right? So there's that to really consider when all of this is going on social media. So the other thing too is, right, we look for people to judge that we think are doing worse than we are. So there's a very good example if you're a mother. I'm a mom. And it's so easy as a mother to go out and, right, shame other mothers or judge other mothers, I should say, and say like, oh my God, I can't believe she's feeding her baby inorganic baby food. I do this a lot though. I do this with people. I'm fully going to admit it. I do this. And so I've been trying to work on this with myself, but it's so easy to do that. And it's because we ourselves are so ashamed of how we are of parenting. Like we mess up all the time, right? I mess up all the time. I feel like I do a pretty good job, but I'm imperfect with my parenting. But it makes us feel so good when we can see someone else that's not doing it as good as us and point a finger and go, oh my God, did you see her? Because then it validates that we're okay, that we're not doing such a bad job. And that's the same with body shaming, right? We can easily find someone that's not doing a good of a job based on her appearance and say, oh my God, look at her. And then we feel better about ourselves. So that's why we judge. So going back to this whole thing again, right? Just stop the name calling. It's difficult and it's a very easy response. It's a response that I myself thought in the first second when I read this. And I said, I checked myself after that and really wanted to okay, I want to fully understand the whole situation here. So I want to leave you with this. Be mindful of the knee-jerk reaction to want to call someone something and take a different perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. It's really difficult to sometimes, but it helps and it cultivates empathy, which Brené Brown talks a ton about. Putting yourself in their perspective and realizing that she too probably struggles with some type of body image stuff. It's really difficult to do and it takes a lot of practice. I'm working on that right now and I encourage you to work on that right now. So I wanted to leave you with that. Thanks for watching and I hope to catch you next time. Bye.